Hi everyone, welcome back to the Social Media Simternship by Stukent. In this video, we are going to talk about round 5, our second paid social post round. So first thing we want to do is look at our scores from round 4. So overall, round 4 did not go well. So let's see what happened. If we scroll down, you can first watch the paid results walkthrough video if you'd like. And I'll continue scrolling down. If you remember, we made a post on Pinterest and YouTube. So looking at YouTube, here my total revenue is $0. So I can tell right now this post did not go well at all. My Pinterest post at least generated some revenue. So let's start with YouTube. So if I come down to my YouTube post and I look at my feedback, so I definitely did not get the congratulations perfect here. It's telling me here are some things to consider. My call to action, solid picks are shop now and see offers. Keep them quick to read and phrased as direct commands. My City Hopper Sue profile, it says, I linked the Bahamas tote landing page. This product is a bad fit for City Hopper Sue. Okay. So I need to review the product options and target personas. And then it tells me the demographic focus for my target audience needs improvement. I realized after we submitted round 4 that I forgot to set the gender for each audience. And I'm guessing because I tried to do a wider age range, that was not well received. I may also need to add or adjust some interests. All right. So overall, this post did not do well. I don't think I'm going to use YouTube again, but this is hopefully a good opportunity for you to see that YouTube does not perform well and you won't make the same mistake I did. Let's go up to Pinterest now. On Pinterest, okay, we have a congratulations and perfect. So overall, our post was good. So we did a good job crafting our post. We hit the right audience, all of that good stuff. It tells us we did good on linking the signature tote landing page. It does tell us again that our demographic inputs did not seem to match. Again, I did a wider age range and then I completely forgot to select the gender. So completely understand these results, this feedback here, and we will make some changes going forward. Okay, so same thing as we've done in previous rounds. We have our scenario. We still have the same impressions goal and the same revenue goal. We have our inbox. This one's a little bit shorter. I encourage you to read these. Check your messages. We've got our market information and our documents. We are just going to go ahead and jump right into creating our next set of paid posts. As always, I strongly encourage you to reread that market information and review our documents before jumping in case you missed anything from last time, or based on the feedback that you received, you might need to come back and look at some of this information. So for this round, we will create 2 posts again, but last time we used City Hopper Sue and Hipster Mom Cami. So these were lower percentages of our market, and we used lower performing platforms. For round 5, we'll come back to our Daypacker Tom, 30% of our audience, and we're also going to create a post for up-and-comer Raj. So for Daypacker Tom, he's on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm going to use Facebook for Daypacker Tom, and then up-and-comer Raj is on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. I am going to select Instagram. We know from previous experience, YouTube did not go well. And I'm selecting Instagram because if I go back to my documents and I look at my audit, I can see that my reach or my impressions up here is highest on Facebook and then Instagram. And my conversions for my revenue is also highest on Facebook and Instagram. So we're going to see if in this round we can redeem our score and generate more impressions and higher revenue. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. So my first post is going to be on Facebook. I'm going to select a reel, as videos usually perform a little bit better than our static images. So I'll click a reel. And selecting my campaign objective, I am going to select conversions. So I'll click create content. And you'll notice that the layout, again, very, very similar to how it was in round 4. So we've got all of the same information here. So first thing I'll start with is my media. For my media, I'm going to select a trail hike. I'm going to select this snowy trail hike. We've got 2 hikers stand on a snowy mountain trail, smiling and talking with trekking poles and large backpacks, surrounded by evergreens and distant snow-covered peaks. So this video is only $350, which is also great for my budget. Because this is a low-costing media, I am just going to go ahead and select the highest daily budget of $500. All right, let's look at our headline. Here we have built for every trail, and then our text, we have whether you're hiking local trails or exploring new parks, the OG backpack is ready. Where will your next adventure take you? Let's go back to our review document. In our audit, we're on Facebook. So on Facebook, our character count is from 40 to 150. So back to my post, my character count here is 125. So this is perfect. We've got our OG backpack. So let's go ahead and click on our URL and we'll add the OG backpack. And our call to action, let's use shop now because we did select the conversion in our objective. Okay, so looking pretty good so far. We have our headline, our text, our media, call to action, website URL, daily budget. Now we need to create our audience. So I'm going to look at my market information. Just to double check here, 30% of our market, 24 to 31, male, 25 to 35, $1,000. So my information is still correct here. So we're going to do the age range and gender, 24 to 31 and male. So back to our post, select gender, and that was 24 to 31. For my interests, I'm going to add more interests this time. For this audience, I've added 9 interests. We have hiking, camping, national parks, outdoor recreation, backpacking, adventure, travel, fishing, and kayaking. This should cover our interests here: backpack, travel, hunter, camper, hiker, adventure. We do not have hunting, so let's add that. So now we have a total of 10 interests. So we'll save our audience as Daypacker Tom and click select and save audience. So age range is correct, gender is correct, our interests, hopefully we have enough this time. So overall, looks pretty good, and we can click schedule reel. For our second post, we are going to create a post on Instagram, and let's also use a reel again. I am going to be consistent on this round, so we're going to select conversions as our objective again. First thing I want to start with is my media. And I've got up-and-comer Raj, so I'm going to use the Confident Leader video. So here I've got a businessman in a blue suit, stands confidently with folded arms next to a messenger bag in a bright modern office where colleagues are working. So $450. And we'll come back up here to our headline and our text. My headline is ready for what's next. And my caption is, your next opportunity could be one meeting away. Is your messenger bag ready to keep up? So quick double check on our text, 88 characters. Instagram between 40 and 125. So we are good. We can click on our post again. Okay, let's look at our call to action. So again, I'm going to select the shop now because I do have the objective of conversions. I've got a messenger bag listed in my text. So my website URL, I am going to select the legacy messenger bag. And my daily budget, I've got a remaining balance of a little bit over $5,000. So let's see if we can go ahead and do the maximum amount of budget. I can, and then I still actually have $2,220 remaining. For my up-and-comer audience, I have age range is 21 to 28 male. So let's start with that. 21 to 28. Select the gender as male. And my interests are going to be business, entrepreneurship, professional development, career growth, technology, news, travel, reading, fashion, networking, and leadership. So I've added a few additional interests in the up-and-comer Raj profile here. So we will save our audience. And a quick review, we can see we've got all of the correct components. And we can schedule our reel. So I used the full daily budget for both posts, and I still have $2,200 left over. I strongly encourage you to always make sure and spend all of your budget. For the purposes of this video, again, is just to kind of give you guys an idea of what to expect. So I am going to leave that budget remaining, and I will go ahead and click on review and submit my round. And we're going to hope that this round went better than round 4. Okay, so we can see that round 5 did go significantly better than round 4. As a sneak peek here, we'll look at our posts, we'll look at our feedback. So it actually tells me that I did not get a congratulations perfect on this one. My headline needs revision. So that is something to think about for round 6. And quick peek at Instagram. My feedback here, this one was a perfect, congratulations perfect. So that is a good sign. So we will look at these again in more detail in the next round. But at least we can tell to start with that Facebook and Instagram are doing significantly better than Pinterest and YouTube. And we will look at our post history to see if we can find some other patterns or information, especially based on our overall daily budget. All right, I'll see you guys in the next round.